Voyagers follows a group of young adults bred for a mission to a distant planet.
CNN's Rick Demagella has a look.
You are the link between past and future generations and have been entrusted with the survival of our species.
30 teenagers are on a mission to save the human race in Voyagers.
They're normal kids. Sensitive and smart. I need to protect them.
The story takes a turn when a threat is discovered.
There's a toxin in the water. It's coming from us. We're eating something toxic. It's the blue.
The crowded set contributed to the movie's realism.
The ship was supposed to have this sort of confinement to it, you know, to feel like it's real. So the ship was supposed to have a minimalist quality to it. So we built this, but I still wanted some kind of excitement and some depth to it.
I think that it inherently, bleeds into the tone of the film too. It feels very claustrophobic.
Voyagers is science fiction, but it felt quite real to the cast.
It makes it a lot easier to sympathize and empathize with the characters, because it's something that is almost a possibility.
The real core of this movie is the humanity of the characters and these very kind of like human emotions and interactions that we have and everything.
Why are they all going crazy?
I'm scared.
There's nothing to be scared of.
Maybe this is our true nature.
In Hollywood, I'm Rick Demagella.
Okay, I'm scared. Kanye West headed to Netflix in a multi-part docuseries chronicling more than 20 years of the rapper's life, reportedly hitting the streaming service sometime this year. Variety reports the still untitled project is going to feature never-before-seen footage of West as it covers his career, his 2020 presidential bid, as well as the death of his mother.
Money Monster was the fourth time Julia Roberts and George Clooney had teamed up on screen, and now they're going for 5. The Oscar winners are set to star in a movie called Ticket to Paradise. As a divorced couple, they're trying to stop their daughter from rushing into romance the way they think they did decades before. Filming set for Queensland, Australia, with the movie due to be released in theaters September of 2022.
Actress Katie Seagal is back on network television with a new series that premieres right here on ABC tomorrow.
It's called Rebel, and as ABC's Jason Nathanson explains, the show is inspired by the real-life activist Erin Brockovich.
So most folks these days just call me Rebel.
Katie Seagal stars as blue-collar legal advocate Annie Bello, also known as Rebel. Without a law degree, but with plenty of guts and guile, she fights for the underdog against the powerful. Seagal says the time is right for a character like Rebel.
There are so many people in the world right now feeling unheard, feeling unrepresented. And this is a woman that specializes in helping the people that feel unheard.
Seagal says Rebel will do whatever it takes as she battles to help those in need.
She will kind of go to any lengths to get what she needs to get. And so sometimes that means thinking outside the box. Sometimes that just means getting in somebody's face. Sometimes it means really pushing for what she believes is right.
The show also stars Cuban-born actor Andy Garcia as a lawyer who works with Rebel on her case. For Garcia, being able to bring his own life experience to the role is important.
For me, it was an opportunity to bring my own culture to a character, which I see rarely seen on television, really. So that was a great motivating factor for me to pay tribute to my own culture.
With 3 children from 3 different husbands, Rebel is also a working mom with a big, busy family. For her clients and her family, she's fearless and won't stop until she wins.
I bring the CEOs of multinational corporations to their knees.
Jason Nathanson, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Looks like a pretty interesting series.
Yeah.
Check that out.
All right, we're going to head over to SA Live.
Hey, cheers! We are celebrating National Beer Day, and Chef Jose Benitez from Curb Food Truck is here with a super easy recipe with just a few ingredients. But first,
cooking with beer. First of all, good afternoon, sir. A lot of people say, well, it's got alcohol in it. It does have alcohol in it, but we're just gonna substitute beer for wine. Okay. And then just add a little bit more depth to flavor. And it doesn't take long to cook off the alcohol, It definitely does not. You just want to cook off about 3/4 of the alcohol content, and it's going to be just as good.
All right, and this is the delicious dish that we are going to be making. Can't wait to dig in.
And Jen gives us an example of some eclectic eats.
It's Puerto Rico in a cup. We're going to take you inside this authentic Puerto Rican food truck located on the far west side of San Antonio.
Oh, and are you ready for a wild time? Because Once in a Wild is here, and Amanda Winter brought just a sampling of some of the animals that can come to you because they are a mobile zoo. What's our hint for what's under this?
Up next, meet a wild animal from Central America with razor-sharp teeth, but you won't believe what she actually eats.
Is it a snake?
Maybe.
We'll see.
Okay. Hey, if you want a little bit decorating ideas, easy for me to say. I'll have another beer. Chic Fixes here, and a whole lot more coming up on SA Live. I did not actually drink any.
Never miss a story. Watch live or when you want. San Antonio's latest news and weather, streaming free on KSAT TV.
One more quick look at clouds and radar, satellite and radar. Things have really cleared out even just within the last hour. We've got a lot of sun coming. There are a couple of sprinkles showing up well to the east in Gonzales, actually just to the west of Gonzales. So if you're in Gonzales County, Lavaca County, Hallettsville, you may get a couple of sprinkles this afternoon. The rest of us, though, will stay dry and warm. Look for highs in the low to mid 90s this afternoon, and it'll continue to be unseasonably warm for the rest of the week with a low chance of some storms that we'll be watching for on Friday afternoon and evening. Guys.
Thank you, Katie, and thanks for watching the News at Noon with us.
So I guess my question would be, are you supposed to drink the beer while you're cooking with the beer?
I don't know, but I think there's a temptation there.
I think it's a big temptation. SA Live starts right
now.
I think if you have enough, David. Hey, design tip from a social media sensation, the easy and inexpensive ways to update your dated dining room.
Plus, it's a taste of Puerto Rico without jumping on a plane, where you can enjoy these authentic dishes made from scratch and made with love.
And have you ever turned your favorite beer into a dessert? Yep, it is your opportunity to brew a one-of-a-kind sweet treat with things you already have in the kitchen. That's all today on SA Live.
Celebrate San Antonio. Coming to you live from historic Market Square. This is SA Live.
Oh, hello and happy Wednesday. It is a wild Wednesday, and we're having a close encounter of the cute kind. This is Loki, the ferret, and we're about to find out how ferrets used to help humans hunt.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Mike Osterhage.
And I'm Fiona Gorstiza. Well, it's a wild Wednesday on SA Live, so let's get right to the action, because we've got all sorts of animals in front of us right now, and you can have these guys come to you, right?
Okay. He is adorable. This is Amanda Winter, and she is the owner and founder of One in a Wild. I love the name of that. So
you're almost right. It's once in a wild.
Once in a wild. My
just
apologies.
like once in a while, but with wild.
Yes, and you are a mobile zoo that, of course, comes to wherever, whether it's a party, a home, anything like that, right? So folks can kind of get up close encounters with these animals. Okay, tell us about who you've got right there.
So this is one of our ferrets, Loki. He does have a brother named Thor, of course, right? And he is a ferret. You might have seen a ferret before. He's an extra large ferret, though. And like we were talking about a little bit ago, ferrets were originally domesticated in Europe from the European polecat for hunting purposes over 2,500 years ago.
And you said his name Loki, of course, fans of all the movies, Loki, but you said that's part of North, and they were raised in the Norway, right?
Yeah, so they're from all over Europe, really, and even North Africa as a species of European polecat, which is basically a big weasel that lives out in Europe. But yes, we chose the names, the god of thunder, Thor, and the god of mischief, Loki, right? Because that comes from Europe as well.
Okay, and the types of animals they helped hunt were like rabbits or?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. So they would hunt rabbits down in their tunnels because they're very good at tunneling underground. In fact, this type of animal would also live in a tunnel underground. And they also would hunt vermin like rats and mice in people's homes.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Do they make good pets? Because I've seen people that have ferrets as pets.
Mike, that's a good question. I think they make decent pets for the right family, but we always encourage everyone out there to do your research, whether it's a dog and cat you're adopting or an exotic animal like anything else, right?
Because with them, it's either stop or go 9-0, right?
Yeah, ferrets are usually either play, sleeping really hard, or eating their food. And as you can see, he's eating right now.
Okay, So we're going to get to the next animal here, the guinea pig that Mike has, but you know, you do in-person or virtual visits, right?
Absolutely. If you want to go to our website, onceinawild.com, that will give you more information about booking your encounter, whether it be virtual or in person.
All right, this little guy, I have never seen hair. My boys had guinea pigs years ago, and they didn't get this long.
I believe he's been to the spa lately.
Look at this thing. And he is Peruvian, because these were first developed or domesticated in Peru, right?
Correct. Well, they were domesticated by the Incas down in Peru, actually, over 5,000 years ago.
Okay, why is his hair so long?
Well, he's a special breed called a Peruvian guinea pig. How appropriate. We're just talking about Peru.
Okay.
But there's many different breeds of domestic guinea pigs now, including the Peruvian, which have long hair, and they can come in different colors as well.
Oh my gosh, look, they sleep like you do, Mike, just about 4 hours a day.
And you said his hair is going to grow unless he gets a haircut, right?
Correct. It's just like our hair, or if you have like a Maltese dog or something like that, they do need haircuts and lots of baths and conditioner as well.
And guinea pigs, the nice thing about them, they make wonderful pets. They're sweet, they're lovable, they love to be cuddled and held and everything too.
I agree. They're very social. They live in groups together called herds, actually. And we always recommend adoption before shopping for a guinea pig. And there's an adoption organization right here in San Antonio as well.
Okay. Now you are holding what was the mystery before: razor sharp teeth, 4 feet long, and cold-blooded, right?
I don't know how well you can see her tail, but her tail is extra long. So this is Joanna the Iguana. She's a green iguana. These guys are found mostly in Central America as well as South America, and they do indeed have razor sharp teeth, but they are vegetarian. They only eat the leaves of trees as well as flowers and things like that.
Okay. Oh my goodness, look at the coloring. Right?
Yeah.
And those things are pets too, because I know a lot of people, if they have allergies to animals with fur and dander, that doesn't look like it's going to be cuddly.
They have a third eye?
They sure do. You saw our fact pop up there.
Yes.
So one of my favorite facts about an iguana, and some lizards as well, some other lizards, is they have a clear scale on top of their head, which functions kind of like a third eye. That allows them to take naps and still look out for predators.
What?
Seriously? Really?
It's like a typical
it's
mom.
neat, right? So an eye in the back of your head, almost. And you mentioned how some people have them for pets. We do not recommend iguanas for pets, but we do recommend some lizards for the right family, like bearded dragons. That's a much better choice. Iguanas are not good pets.
Oh.
Yeah, but she is awesome.
I just thought they were. The snake.
So
Go
now
ahead.
we've got the snake. So while you're putting away Joanna the Iguana, I am holding a California king snake, right? King snake that's named
That is
Slytherin,
correct.
which is just greatness.
That is correct. So he is a California king snake. They're found, of course, in where?
California.
Absolutely. It's not a trick question. So California and surrounding states right here in the U.S.
Is it related to the one that you find around here? I mean, I know all snakes are related.
So there are
but-
king snake species in Texas as well, and king snakes are really famous for what they eat. Can you guess what that might be?
What?
Go ahead, Mike.
Rattlesnakes.
Very good. Very, very good. Yes, they can. So king snakes can actually be immune to most snake venom and eat rattlesnakes, copperheads, cottonmouth, as well as coral snakes sometimes. But they also eat a variety of other animals too.
That's
amazing, right?
Okay, we've got one more, and if you like snakes, don't like spiders, well, you know, it's either one or the other right here, because you've got this guy.
I do have, she's actually a female. Her name is Blondie, and she's an Arizona blonde tarantula, another U.S. native, right? I'm gonna set her down right here. That way you might be able to get a better shot of her. Looking beautiful. This is a species native to Arizona and surrounding states to Arizona near them. And they're more of a desert species, so they can actually go a full year if they need to without food.
Really?
Water. Amazing.
How do they store it? I mean, how do they get their moisture?
Well, they basically their biology allows them to not have to drink water at all. They get all the moisture they need from the bugs and everything that they eat, like roaches. They would prefer to eat about once a month, but sometimes they can go a full year without eating. Wow. Incredible.
And these are just 5 of about 70 different animals. And if you want her to come to your house, your party, kids' party, something like that, it's kind of a shopping list. You can pick the ones you want, right?
Absolutely. We're fully custom, and you can either opt to do more of a petting experience, animal presentation, or even a virtual experience as well.
Okay, and tell folks how to find you.
Absolutely. So the best way to find us is onceinawild.com. That has all of our social media information as well as our contact information.
All right. Thank you so much, Amanda, for more information on Once in a While, just go to our website, salive.com, and click on the As Seen on SA Live tab.
All right, well, after that, I don't know about y'all, but I could use a beer. And it is National Beer Day. And, oh, look at that golden amber. And as you can see, it is going to be delicious. It is wonderful to drink. And it is also wonderful to cook with, too.
Yes, Chef Jose Benitez has cooked for some big names, including a former president, so he's no stranger to getting creative in the kitchen.
Good afternoon, sir. It is a pleasure to see you. So what are we making today here?
Today we're just going to do a seafood bouillabaisse.
Okay.
It's very simple, and everybody can duplicate it at home easily.
A little oil in the pan right here. Please. Okay.
We're going to do a little bit of shallot and sliced garlic.
And your microphone has just dropped off. So what we're going to do is we're going to look for this and try and find your microphone. We're going to get it fell down somewhere, so we're going to try and fish that out, or get you a handheld mic. We'll get you something different, but we've got oil in the pan right here, and we've also going to put some shallots in and a little bit of garlic in there, and then we're going to get going.
Garlic, correct?
All right.
Turn up the heat a little bit.
All right, go ahead, turn that up, sir.
There we go. We're just going to cook that off a little bit, and then we're going to go ahead and add all the shellfish.
All right. So this is not an expensive dish, even though it looks
very
really
inexpensive. It looks fancy, but it's not expensive. And as I said, anybody can duplicate this at home very easily.
Now, the one thing, though, you have to watch out for when you're cooking shellfish like this is you can't cook it too long. This is one of the dishes, once you start, you don't stop.
Most definitely, and you can't, yeah, you got to keep an eye on it, most definitely, the whole time.
Okay.
Because these things will overcook, and then once they overcook, they stick to the shells, and they just really, and they get rubbery.
Okay.
So we're just going to cook the shellfish a little bit.
Okay.
And so while that's going, so when cooking with beer, what should folks remember?
Most definitely try to cook off as much alcohol content as possible, so that way it doesn't leave a bitter aftertaste to the dish. But it'll give it a richness to the dish as well, too, if you do it correctly.
And you know, like with wine, you want to cook it down, but with beer, you were mentioning earlier that there's so many flavors, right?
Exactly. Well, red wine is a little bit just more in depth of red wine, but with beers nowadays, there's so many flavors: cactus, lemon, lime, lemon, hibiscus, anything. So you can use anything to try to enhance a dish with any of these flavors that they're coming out with. Yeah, exactly.
Now this, you said it's like it's either like a soup, a stew. You could eat it right out of the pot if you wanted to with your hands. You could put it over rice. You could put it over pasta. Anything like that, right?
Most definitely. So you can do any of that. You can do it over pasta, over rice. You can grab some bread and dip it into the sauce and eat it just like that. Whatever you like.
Obviously, TV time, it's going to be going a little bit quicker, but in real time, about how long would this take? Do you wait for the mussels and the clams to pop open?
Most definitely, you do. Yeah, so we would just normally put a lid over it and let them open up.
Okay.
But that's ready for beer now if you're ready.
At this point, and then you got to put some butter in there and the beer?
We're going to do the beer first.
Okay.
About half of the beer. So that's going to basically be our broth.
Mm-hmm.
And we're just going to cook all the alcohol out of it. And then when it's cooked out, we're going to add butter to enrich the broth. So and then chili flakes and salt.
And that's it?
That's it. That's it.
Oh,
when you have really good ingredients, you really don't have to mask it with anything.
And you said, as far as cooking with beer, because I've done it with bratwurst.
Okay.
And I've never thought of anything else because beer and brats, and that's about it. But you said even in pasta sauce?
Pasta sauce, so it'll get like a dark beer to enhance the flavor of the meat, to help give it a little bit more caramelization, a little bit more sugar content, and it'll enhance the flavor. Most definitely will.
Okay.
Amazing.
Right.
So instead of adding a little sugar to your homemade spaghetti sauce, you put the beer in there and it takes.
Most definitely.
I'll be darned. And if you think that's interesting, you know what else we're going to be making with this? Dessert.
Dessert, even better. And we're going to talk about your new food truck opening soon as well.
It is coming out pretty soon.
Yes. All right. Well, for more information on Curb Food Truck and Chef Jose Benitez, just go to our website, salive.com, and click on the As Seen on SA Live tab.
And of course, yes, it is National Beer Day.
Yes.
And the question is,
light or dark beer?
Chef, what do you like?
The free ones, but I'll take it.
I love it. The free ones, he says.
I think it depends on what you're eating, or if you're sitting by the pool, you want a light beer. But if it works best, go for the dark stuff. So
I'll go light beer.
Know.
So weigh in at SA Live KSAT on Facebook and Twitter, and we'll see how that shakes down.
And like we said, the beer funny isn't over yet, because we're going to be making a wonderful dessert that you would have never thought would be made with beer. Can't wait.
All right, but first, It's food you won't normally find around here. How a San Antonio family is transporting people to a tropical paradise with their homemade cuisine. Find out where you can try it next on SA Live. Oh, yes, Puerto Rican food. And when, you know what, if you can't get to the beaches, we're going to bring them to you.
Okay, one local restaurant is serving up the island recipes. All you have to do is just close your eyes and take that trip with each little bite, but I have nothing to bite yet.
Yes, Jen Tobias-Drusky gives us a sample of eclectic eats over on the far west side of San Antonio.
Llegó la rumba.
I always wanted to bring a little bit of what is Puerto Rico to San Antonio. After having an 8-to-5 job, I decided to empower myself and have my own business. And I love cooking, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna do it. And I saved up a little bit and I bought the truck, and that's how it all started.
Eclectic Eats food truck is a dream come true for Emma Olivas. In January of 2020, her journey began to share her culture through cooking.
We started, and then 2 months after, pandemic. At first, it was not knowing the unknown of the virus, and we had to close the business because everyone was in lockdown. But then after a while, we knew that it was safe if you take the precautions. A lot of people are open to new things, so I've been blessed with everyone in San Antonio supporting my small business. So I think you should come try it because it's delicious, because it's fresh, and everything is fresh, made in-house, made to order.
And business is doing well.
The favorite thing here are the boxes. I kind of mix and match a lot of items and put it in a pizza box. So I serve little trays and big trays, and you can taste a variety of things. So it's chicken, but it's breaded, and then it's marinated in our seasoning, which is a blend of garlic, I put cilantro, peppers, oil, ajito. So that's fried pork, marinated in the same spices. Another sushi. And there's a lot of Puerto Ricans in the San Antonio community, so many I didn't even know. Another one that's really a good seller is the sushi. It's my take on Puerto Rican sushi. It's arroz con gandules outside, and then it has the nori, and then inside it has roasted pork and fried yellow plantains, and then it's breaded and deep fried. Then we cut it. In Puerto Rico, it's very popular. We use a lot of the banana leaves. So I use it as a liner so it can look and give you the homey feel. And this is our house sauce.
Sharing good food runs in her family. Just last month, she lost her father in Puerto Rico and now dedicates this food truck to him. After all, she grew up with him having his own food truck.
Super proud. This is family owned. Everyone that works here is my family, and every guest that comes feels like they're either have been in the island or they're like, oh, I remember when I went, and I remember when I sat at my mom's house and ate this dish, and so they bring back memories. So it's really rewarding in that sense. So it just looks so pretty.
Okay, I don't know about you, but this thing is calling my name. It looks amazing. Again, they're located here on Puerto. You can find them on social media, along with your awesome food pics, like this beautiful dish here, Puerto Rico in a cup. For SA Live, I'm Jen Tobias-Drusky.
Because you gotta try it.
Okay, now Jen asked Emma what her favorite dish is, and she recommends what she sent us here, which is the Puerto Rican empanadas with asada, which are called empanadillas. Yes, okay, I'm gonna take a bite.
How's it taste?
Take a
Put a little bit
bite.
of that on there.
Oh yeah, I can see what's your favorite. Oh, that is so good. Yep. I'm gonna take another bite. Since it says
One
that,
of us has
since your name, if it's your name.
Head over to SRLive.com
Darn it. Find the link on social media handles and click on the As Seen on SA Live tab. Oh, goodness gracious, these
still
are
your
tasty.
name.
All right, still ahead on SA Live. Her design tips went viral on TikTok, how you can give your dated dining room an update on any budget.
And next, does your child have asthma and it's causing them to miss school? There's a free help out there to get it under control. What you need to know is straight ahead.
It's a masa of like green bananas, and then it's filled with ground beef that you just bite it and you'll go to heaven immediately.
Welcome back to SA Live. Well, if you have a kid who has asthma, there is a no-cost educational program here in San Antonio that can help manage it. It's called SA Kids Breathe. And here to tell us more is Paul Kloppy, a registered respiratory therapist with the San Antonio Metropolitan Health District. Good afternoon.
Afternoon, Fiona. Glad to be here.
Now, I've had family members with asthma, so I'm very familiar with what it is. But for those who may not know, what is asthma?
Asthma is obviously a difficulty in breathing. That is what we call episodic, shows up every once in a while. Some individuals have problems all the time. It just depends on the individuals that we're talking to. But it's a tightness of the airways and congestion of the airways, which can make you cough and also make it hard to breathe and also make a whistle called a wheeze.
So talk about SA Kids Breathe and what services it provides.
SA Kids Breathe, as you said earlier, is a no-cost program that we actually use community health workers to come into your home and talk about what asthma is. We work off of referrals from your provider, our clinic system, or hospitalization, anything that has an asthma event, but actually parents can refer to. And that's one of the unique things about our program. If you've had some of these issues, that we can actually set up a time to come in and talk to you, whether it be virtually or in person in front of yourself.
Who's eligible for the program?
The eligibility is you need to live in the city of San Antonio, and you need to be between 3 to 17 years of age, obviously, and then also have some type of asthma event. But one of the other uniqueness is we can work off basically if you're missing too much school or you're visiting the school nurse too often with getting to your albuterol relief medicine, and we can use that as a referral methodology too.
What are some common questions that parents with kids with asthma typically ask?
Now, the first one is, well, my child will outgrow their asthma. And the answer to that is no. You genetically get it from day one, and it's with you. But what happens is your triggers or allergies sometimes really dictate how comfortably or uncomfortably you breathe. And if you're able to tolerate those triggers, then you're not going to have problems. But asthmatics usually have a sensitive airway that react to these allergens.
So how can folks get their kids enrolled in SA Kids Breathe?
Thank you. Really, the best way is just to call us at 210-207-7282. And we'll be glad to talk to you or return your phone call at that time. And that's the easiest way to get enrolled. Your provider could actually send us a referral form, but believe me, call me and I'll be glad to create a referral for your child.
Paul Kloppy, thank you so much for your time and all that great information. For more about SA Kids Breathe, just call 210-207-7282 or visit the website sanantonio.gov/SA Kids Breathe. Paul, once again, thank you for your time.
Thank you, Fiona, and you have a wonderful day. Thank you.
On SA Live, we're making a sweet treat with Stout to celebrate National Beer Day.
Oh yeah, we have got beer, we have got bananas, a little bit of brown sugar, vanilla, cinnamon. Any idea what we are making? Chef Jose Benitez is finishing it up. Yeah, you're not going to believe this dessert made with beer. Oh, it is a gorgeous day down here at Market Square, and nothing like a nice cold beer on a day like this. We already cooked dinner with it, and now Chef Jose Benitez is back, and what are we making, sir?
Trust us, this is not a deja brew, right?
It is definitely not.
This is a Stout-tacular recipe.
It is. So this is basically a take on a banana Foster, and we're just going to enrich it with a little bit of beer.
Banana Foster made with beer?
Why not?
Wow. Okay. How do we do it?
For those keeping track, Bananas Foster is one of Mike Osterhage's favorite desserts.
Yes, indeed. Any dessert's my favorite. So
I was going to say that. Okay, so we're going to do a little bit of butter. We're going to throw in some baby ripe bananas. I like the smaller ones because they have a little bit of bitterness, so it'll complement the sweetness of everything. We're going to do the brown sugar.
Okay, all of it?
Yes, ma'am.
Right on top?
Right on. Don't be shy. The vanilla and a little bit of cinnamon.
Okay.
So it's really a classic.
Very
same
much.
Classic
It
rate.
is.
You don't
Yes,
have
sir.
to change anything.
Not really.
Except the alcohol that you're putting in.
Exactly.
Because normally, for folks that haven't done Bananas Foster, you'd put in what?
A little bit of liquor.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the one thing that you can't do with beer that you can do with the other liquors,
Mix it around.
you can't flame it up.
You definitely can. So the alcohol content is not high enough for on the beer to get it that flame, but it'll give it a lot better flavor, I think. So I like this dish because I do it for a lot of people, but you can do it over oatmeal, pancakes, waffles, crepes, ice cream, whatever you like.
I can see over ice cream, which I've had before, but oatmeal?
Why not?
How do you serve it to someone?
So,
is it breakfast?
Yes, for breakfast. And then that's ready for the beer now.
Okay.
Whenever Mike's ready.
There you go. Okay,
So,
pour the beer in. All of it?
You can do about half of that.
Oh, that's a dark beer.
There you go. That's good. So we're just gonna let that caramelize and reduce about halfway.
Okay.
But anyway, Bananas Foster for breakfast.
Yeah. Yeah. So what you want to do is you're gonna cook the oats in water, and just a little bit of cinnamon, because it's gonna get the sugar and all the sweetness from the Banana Foster.
Okay.
So
who have you made this for?
A lot of people. Some of the athletes I cook for or whatnot. So it's already hard enough to eat healthy as is. So I'll put the protein into their oatmeal and sweeten it with this, and then they're happy and they're taking all the protein they need at the same time.
Now, is there any beer you don't want to use if you're making dessert?
You don't want to use a light beer in this.
Okay.
So you always want to stick more rich dark beers because it'll caramelize a lot better. And tend to be a little bit sweeter.
Okay.
And it does have that little that little something you can't.
It's like a little tang, but it balances out, like I said, with all the sweetness and the cream and all that good stuff.
Now, you have a new food truck opening, right?
I do. It's I'm gonna open up a birria truck, so we're really excited about that. It should be ready in about 4 weeks or so.
Ooh.
I don't even know the name yet, but we're gonna be selling birria.
Okay.
And we're really excited.
We just talk amongst yourselves. This is good.
Okay, and of course, Curb Food Truck.
Yep, Curb Food Truck. We sell all kinds of stuff, from lobster rolls to chicken and waffles to crispy tempura salmon tacos to everything, pork belly sandwiches. And we have 2 in Austin and we have 2 here.
All right, Chef Jose Benitez, thank you so much. Mike is especially thrilled.
He's really, yeah, I see that.
For more information on Curb Food Truck and Chef Jose Benitez, just head to our website, salive.com, and click on the As Seen on SA Live tab.
I almost think this is better than the original way of doing it.
I honestly believe it has a lot more richness and a little bit more flavor.
It does. Well, all right, switching gears right now. There is first of all, next on SA Live, the changes are simple. The impact huge. A local designer who went viral on TikTok is sharing her clever ideas for updating your dining room, so don't go anywhere. But right now, there is a new way that you can give back to our troops right here in Military City.
Yes, give them something to read while they're serving abroad. Operation Paperback is collecting paperback books to send to American service members on tour. Some of the subjects they're most interested are adult fiction, mystery, travel, history, biographies, puzzle books, and medical textbooks. It's San Antonio's only book drive for adults, so please, no children's books.
So join San Antonio's only book drive for adults by dropping off your new or gently used adult books at all 5 San Antonio area gun dealerships and 3 collision centers. You can drop off books in the showrooms or go to contact free at the service center drive-through.
For Help Us Help Our Troops, Operation Paperback is going on now through April 10th, powered by Gun Auto Group. For more information, visit gungives.com.
Welcome back to SA Live. Okay, when I just read this, it really makes sense. When it comes to room makeovers, the dining room is most often overlooked. You know, but a few easy changes can breathe a whole new life into that room. It is the last room you seem to decorate.
Yes, Magdalena Mendez, a local designer whose transformations caused her to go viral on TikTok, shows us simple and inexpensive changes that can make a really big impact.
Looking to upgrade that dated dining room? On today's Chic Fix, we get help from local designer Magdalena Mendez, so you can wine and dine in style. Well, the dining room is the place where people come together, right? You have a get together, and this is where people tend to gravitate, especially if there's food on the table. So it's important that this place is lively, right, Magdalena?
Yes, and then people love to just hang out and just get cozy, especially with comfort food too, right?
Yes, oh yeah, I definitely do. So I love what you've done in here. I already see a big difference. So where do we start? What did you change first?
So the first thing, I wanted to kind of open up the space and take down the curtain rods and the curtains that were in here. Just that little thing made such a big difference, because now you have the views. They have such beautiful scenery here, and it just made all the difference here.
Now we're standing on a beautiful rug. Now this was something that you swapped out. Why was that important for this room?
And this one, it just wasn't going with the new flow in this room, and so I just wanted to change it out and give it something that doesn't necessarily stand out, but just kind of blends in with the space.
The colors are very neutral. I love that about this. Now, I noticed you went with contrast with the table. So you have a different color with the chairs and then the table, and it totally works. You know, I was wondering, how does that go? But now, just looking at it all come together. So tell me why the contrast works.
This table was original to this client, and he wanted to keep it all together. So I just thought it'd make it such a big difference and a contrast if you just painted in black. So that's what we did. We kept it the same thing. We just painted them black, and it just made such a big difference with that.
And behind you, I noticed this beautiful painting, and you mentioned earlier it's important to add maybe a conversation piece that's original, right? Tell me about that.
Right, and this one is an original from a local artist, and we like to support small businesses, and he is from here from San Antonio. His name is Emmanuel, and he does beautiful, colorful paintings, and I thought it would be such a good piece to stand out here in this place.
The pops of color I really love, and of course
the San Antonio skyline, so we got to support San Antonio.
I was just gonna say that. I was like, and of course, I love my hometown. So represent and give that love there. And then up here, the lights, they look so pretty. What did you do up here?
Right, so he had something that was a little bit more dimming, and so we wanted a brighter space, especially during the nighttime. And so we brought in the chandelier that just gives it that modern, beautiful farmhouse touch that just goes now with this perfectly with the space.
And then just cute little touches I noticed, right? Like this spin.
Right.
How cute is that?
And so all we did was we put a Lazy Susan on this one, just so that it can go all around. So this is a square table. I thought it'd be convenient for everybody to reach in and be able to get what they need to get from this center.
And over here, how you put this together looks gorgeous. And they're leaning, they're not hanging. Tell me about this.
I love it. This is my favorite spot of this room. So he had this already here, and it came with like a hutch. And so we just took that off, and we wanted just to bring in something that would make this room pop. And I always like to use mirrors in dining rooms, because especially in these views and these lights that come in, it'll bounce off and just brighten up the space.
More light. Obviously, this is gone from a dated dining room to now very alive, and it feels good. And if you want to keep up with Magdalena and her experimenting with decor social media pages, we have all of them on salive.com. Please, she has so many beautiful projects. I love following you and watching everything she does. You'll get inspired. But before we go, here's another look at the before and the after. Wow, what a difference.
Next on the show, have the smile of your dreams. See how it can all start with simply snapping a selfie. It's straight ahead on SA Live.
Well, It is a rite of passage to adulthood for a lot of kids, getting that set of braces to straighten out your teeth. And parents of kids ages 8 to 14 are probably on the lookout for a really good deal on braces. And we know where you can make it a lot easier. Dr. David Ferguson with Celebrate Dental and Braces is here to tell us how you can get a quote on braces without ever having to leave your home. First of all, good afternoon, doctor. How are you?
Good afternoon. Doing well, Mike. Good to be here.
Good seeing you. Okay, you have a website where people can get a quote on braces simply by snapping a few selfies. That sounds too good to be true. How's it work?
It is too good to be true. I mean, honestly, Mike, it's so easy. And the thing is with COVID, with everything else, even just busy schedules, even pre-COVID, sometimes the hardest thing is just getting to the orthodontist to get an estimate of how long it would take and how much it would cost. And so what we've done at Celebrate Dental and Braces is we made an app. And it is so easy. If people will just go to it, they'll see just how easy it is. It's mysmileselfie.com, and it'll walk the person directly through how to do the process. And it's just, they snap a couple selfies of their teeth, and it gets sent to us, to the orthodontist. We look at those photos and we send back a customized treatment plan that essentially says, hey, this is how long we estimate that it would take and what it would cost. Obviously, the patient will then come into the office and we'll just verify everything, see if they have any other questions, but it's really that easy.
Okay, well, obviously, like you said, not everything can be done online. So you do have, 6 different offices around town and very convenient hours for parents that work, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, one of the things that we've tried to do in Celebrate Dental and Braces is just make things convenient. And so we have 6 offices in town, like you said, spread throughout the city, very accessible. And then also the hours. I mean, we're open until 6 on the braces side, open even later for the general dental side, and just trying to help people not miss work, not miss school.
Okay, always got to talk about money. What kind of insurance do you accept?
Well, we love to talk about it because we take every insurance there is. If there was some obscure plan that we didn't know of, we would get on it. And so we're in network, which means patients are going to get the lowest cost. And then for those, a lot of people don't have insurance. We have a fantastic in-house financing plan where there's no down payment, no credit check, and it's a monthly payment. Payments start as low as $99 a month. And sometimes people think we're joking, but you can literally come into our office, get braces on, and walk out, and you will have only spent $99.
Wow. Anything else we should know, even though that's enough?
Yeah, the other thing that you should know is there's no better time to get braces than right now because everybody's wearing masks. No one will even know that you have the braces on.
Submit your selfies now at mysmileselfie.com for your free braces estimate. Celebrate Dental and Braces is also doing no credit checks, no down payment, and payments, as you heard, as low as $99 a month. And for more information, give them a call at 210-201-1696. Dr. Ferguson, always a pleasure. Good chatting with you.
Great seeing you again, Mike. Have a good day.
You too.
Tomorrow on SA Live, we're having a ball. We hit the courts to play an unusual sport that combines the elements of badminton, ping pong, and tennis. We show you how this up-and-coming game is played and how chicken is a fun part of the experience.
Plus, keep up to date on the latest makeup trends. The local cosmetics line shares the trending colors and looks for spring 2021.
All right, earlier we asked you to weigh in, light beer or dark beer. And Rosia says definitely both. As Mike mentioned, it depends on what, you're eating.
Aaron, he likes the dark stuff.
And Jacob, well, you've got to try pineapple juice mixed with dark beer. It's great.
I found a beer, but it's not a twist off. You got an opener on you?
No.